started preaching about Jesus, but many people became his enemies. They could not understand how a man who hated the followers of Jesus and Jesus himself was now preaching about Jesus. When the chief priests heard about this, they were angry. They made a plan to kill him. Guards were placed at the city gates so he would not escape. But one of the disciples heard about this plan. So, with the help of the other followers, Paul's friends lowered him in a basket down the city wall in order that he could escape. Paul made his way to Jerusalem. But still, the disciples were afraid of him. They refused to accept him. But one of the disciples, Barnabas, believed in him. He told everyone what had happened on the road to Damascus. After this, everyone accepted Paul as a true follower of Jesus. Tabitha gets her life back. Peter was spreading the word of Jesus everywhere. One day, he was preaching in the coastal town of Jaffa. In that town lived a woman called Tabitha. She was a good Christian. She helped the poor. She was recognized for her skill in needlework. Once, Tabitha became very ill and died. Everyone felt sad. So, when they heard about Peter, they called him to Tabitha's house. Peter went there. He went where the dead body lay. Peter sent all the mourners out. He then knelt down and prayed. After some time, he said, "Get up, Tabitha." And lo, Tabitha opened her eyes and got up slowly. Peter called everyone to see the miracle that had just taken place. All of them were overjoyed to see Tabitha alive again. Everyone in the town of Jaffa heard that story, and many became Jesus' followers. Peter and Cornelius. There lived a Roman officer called Cornelius. He was kind and a man of God. One day, an angel told him to bring Peter back from Joppa. Cornelius immediately sent 2 servants to bring Peter. Meanwhile, in Joppa, Peter was hungry but went to pray. There he had a vision. He saw a sheet being lowered from heaven, which was filled with all kinds of birds and animals. Suddenly, a voice told him to eat one of the animals. Peter refused, saying he could never eat anything that was unclean or forbidden by law. "You have no right to call anything that God has made unclean," said a voice. This was repeated twice before the sheet returned to heaven. Peter was puzzling over the meaning of this vision when the servants came to take him. So, Peter went to Cornelius' house. At that moment, Peter understood the meaning of his vision. God had made all men equal and no one was unclean. Peter escapes from prison. King Herod Agrippa hated Jesus' followers. He arrested Peter and put him inside the prison. Peter was kept under heavy security. He was chained between two guards. His prison was guarded day and night by squads of guards. One night, an angel appeared in front of him. It said, "Fear not, I have been sent by the Lord to set you free. Hurry, put on your cloak and sandals and follow me." As Peter got up, his chains fell to the ground. He followed the angel. The angel led him to a dark street and then disappeared. Peter thanked the Lord for saving him. He went to Mary's house. Many people had gathered there. They welcomed Peter and he told them all that had happened. Meanwhile, King Agrippa got angry over how Peter had managed to escape. In his anger, he sentenced all the prison guards to death.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.